Hi everyone, welcome to Python learning series for network engineers. This is the 6th video on how to do Fortigate API automation using Python. In the previous video we have written this script where it can create a log file and trigger email whenever backup is happening. It can even track whether backup status is successful or failed. We have seen those details. Here these mails we have received while taking the configuration backup. And here one thing which we need to notice is we don't need these cookies. Even without these it will work. And this I just copied and pasted from Postman, that's why we have these values. Without this also this script will work. We can verify even the backup, the log file backup.log. So I'll just close this. We can see here backup was successful. 0:44, the time was 0:44. Now let me just try triggering again. Now we have received 200 response. We'll verify the email. I have received another email saying that it is successful, and we'll go to our log file and we can see even the log details here. Now in this video we'll see how to schedule this backup and how to run it in background without keeping the terminal open. Now to schedule the task, previously I have created one video. I'll add that video also in the description. Here this was the syntax I used. Here this was a very simple script which just there is a function called print time. It will print the time and it will log it into a file, and I have demonstrated by running this schedule, and we'll use same logic for scheduling this task. So first we'll import, and I'll take the time and I'll add the timestamp also in the file name. So I need to define a function here. So I'll define a function here, Fortigate backup, and complete code I'll put under this particular function, and here I'll add the time so that whenever this function gets initiated it will take the current time. Now that is getting stored into T now, and here inside file name backup underscore, and I'll put the time here so that with timestamp it will create the file name. Then if we see this syntax here, we need to type this, and in our case it is Fortigate backup. And you need to remember you have to remove this parenthesis. Then schedule dot run pending. There is a module called schedule. You have to manually install using pip install, and there are a lot of documentation available for that. You can use this. Now for triggering this, I'll just run it every 15 seconds. Let me just try running this script. from PyCharm, then we will see how to run it from terminal, and then we will close the terminal and see how this gets executed. So let me just try running it. We'll wait for 15 seconds. I have received first 200 response. Now you can see even the mail also got triggered. Every 15 seconds it will trigger the email. You can see the time. It is 5:05. And here now it is 5:23. Yeah, 5:41. So every 15 seconds the script will get triggered and it will take the configuration backup, and we can verify that in the log file as well. Here in backup.log you can see the time. Every 15 seconds it is, and you can see the file details here as well with timestamp. Now let me just stop the script. It has created 5 files here. Now we'll see how to run it from our terminal. Now to run it from terminal, we need to go to the script location. So I'll go to PyCharm, copy the absolute path, and here I have that file, backup with email status. So what I can do is I'll just try running. By default I'll not be able to run it because I don't have direct execution permission for this particular file, and here by default I'm giving my Python location, so I can if I give permission I should be able to directly run the script. For example, I can give if I give this, I should be able to run this script directly from this. Otherwise what I can do, I can go to this particular virtual environment and then execute the script, this particular virtual environment. Now let it run for one time, then I'll stop the script and show you how to go to the virtual environment and trigger the script. Now also backup will happen, so I'll just cancel this, and now if I want to go to this particular virtual environment, what I can do is source and this is my virtual environment location bin, and I can give activate, and now you can see I am into my virtual environment, and here I have all the required libraries installed. You should be able to see even the schedule available here. Now here I can just type Python 3 and 04 backup. So now also it will work. Either you can give the Python location within the script and give the file permission, or you can go to particular virtual environment and run your script. But now if you close this terminal, script execution will get stopped. So now we'll see option for that. Now we'll have a look into our processes. So we have a Python process here. Once if I close this process will get stopped. Now copy the path again, and I'll go to the script location. Then if I want to run without keeping the terminal opened, what I can do is I have an option like 𝗨𝗶 then /04, or you can even do from virtual environment. You can just type Python 3 and the file. It is your choice, and then /04, and then we need to do /dev/null. Otherwise what will happen is it will create a file here, a 𝗨𝗶 file. Without that I'll just show once. So here you should be able to see 𝗨𝗶.output file. It will get created within wherever we are running the script. And let us monitor the process. And here you can see now this is the script which is getting executed. Now let me just stop this. You can see a 𝗨𝗶 file which got created here. So there it was logging all the details. If you don't want this 𝗨𝗶 file, what you can do is you can redirect this to dev/, and we'll see the process. Now we don't have that process. Now we have that process running again. Now let me close the terminal. Still, if you see, my script is running. You can see, and you should be able to see the backup also, and this will be triggering emails in every 15 seconds. So in that way you can schedule the script execution in the background. You don't have to open and keep your terminal. And in another video about logging, I have explained how to get even the process ID. In that way you can track the specific process, and if you want you can manually go and end that process to stop the execution. So here you can see it is getting executed, and I am receiving continuous emails for the backup status. Now I'll end this process. Now in the next video we'll see how to send configuration, how to read a CSV file and frame the configuration. In the CLI automation method we have seen how to read a CSV file and frame the command and send to Fortigate for creating IP address objects. For example, here this was a CSV file which we used earlier in the CLI automation video. Yeah, so similar way we will be creating IP address objects using this CSV. So username is, the name is going to be user1 IP, and its respective IP is going to be 101. So we will be reading this and creating objects. So I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to take configuration backup trigger email, how to run the script in background. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.